Okay, so we talked about your alignment or address. What felt to you straight to target felt, I mean, reality, it felt you were going over there, so it really did feel you were going way left with everything, okay, and you're going to hit the ball miles left. So obviously when you're doing that on the golf course, you're not going to want to aim what feels way left. Even though your golf ball's going to the right on occasions, you're going to want to aim what feels to you straight. So if that's your green line is your feel and the blue line is the real, if we move your green line to there, your blue line is then going to follow over there, which is where your feet were aiming originally, okay? And again, we did that test, sort of put the club out in front of your arms there, try and line to the 50 sign, and you could see how far offline you were there, okay? It's always worth having a club on the ground there to help yourself get lined up, get yourself sort of, and if you look at the posture now with the driver, okay, there's your hips and shoulders, there's your shaft angle. So we said about that 90 degrees, you're pretty much there, and we'll come back to that in a second, okay? Setup there was good. Arms were going back nicely now. Don't try and go too flat. This was actually a good one, to be fair. Your arm was a little bit low, but not too bad. Some of the ones you were really getting low and almost exaggerating it. It doesn't need to be an exaggeration. When I swing that club up that blue line as you have, don't try and swing any further around your body, because the more around you swing it, the more you're going to stand up. This one you can see you've maintained on the blue line there. So when you come back to the golf ball, lovely strike, and the ball then sailing down the driving range there with a good strike towards your target. Now, what we suggested in terms of your practice, as we said, when you finish a game of golf, identify the weakness of that game. What felt to you on the course that day the worst? Was it your driver? Was it your iron play? Was it your chipping or your bunkers or putting or whatever? Okay. So when you come to the driving range, you would have, say, a 50-ball basket sort of thing. Okay. First 10 will be warming up, sort of a few wedges, a few 9-irons, a few 5-irons, and a few drivers. Then you can work on the element you were going to focus on. So if it was your driving, for example, today, we said we'd put 2 targets out there, and there, acting as fairways. And you're going to try the golf ball between them. Hit 10 golf balls, see where they go. Keep a number, say you get 5. Then you start playing golf on the golf course. So you'll tee off with a driver, hit the ball down the range or down the fairway, play your second shot to the yard you're going to play for, and then you chip on the green if you've missed the green again. Now you'll notice on this one, we were trying to go towards that yellow flag there. Now if you look at your alignment for this shot, your feet are aiming 30 yards right of that sort of flag there, 20 yards right of that flag. And again, if you look at the posture, we talk about your driver posture is great. The 90-degree angle there, not quite there, are we? You're a bit sort of upright there, and you just bend your knees with shorter clubs. With shorter clubs, we just tilt over the ball more. And that's the reason why when you played this shot, you're trying to hit the golf ball left of where you're aiming and get under it. You flicked it with your wrist, try to get under it as you can, sort of bending down, this right knee kicking in, and it shot a low on the ground there. It ended up quite close to the flag, but in reality that shot in the golf course would have scupped across the back of the green and been in a bunker to the side. So if we can get used to, say, every single shot we play, we start from sort of a spot behind the golf ball, picking your target, and as the clubs get shorter, your spine angle will just tilt over more or less. It's more of a spine angle tilt, not more flexing the knees just to get lower. Because the more you flex your knees, the weight goes back on your heels, your spine gets too upright. I mean, your spine angle there for your driver and the wedge is exactly the same. You just bent your knees to get down for a shorter club, that's all you've done. Angled a little bit closer to sort of shrunk the distance, okay? Hence why you struggle to reach the ground, because the clubs wasn't long enough. 5-iron was good, driver was good, pitching wedge just a little bit too short there, you weren't over it sufficiently enough. So you go through that process, so you play a few holes on the golf course, so you might play 3 holes, that might take 12 golf balls roughly. Then you come back and work on again the club you're focused on, which could be the driver, go back to your 2 targets again, trying to hit 10 golf balls through there, and then in this case you try and beat what you got the first time round. So if you got 5 out of 10 the first time round on the range, you then try and beat that. So now you're challenging yourself in the practice. So every session you go to has some sort of structure and purpose to it, not just I'm going to hit 50 golf balls with a driver, and if they keep going, I'm going to try and swing it as hard left as I can. Because the more left you try and swing it, as we said, the more slice you're going to get to the right. So if you're going on the golf course next time, your driver's obviously improving, and then the next time, my iron play was terrible. Then your focus on the session on the range that day would be your iron play. So you do your warm-up again, hit some iron shots to maybe a 100 sign or a target, measure your success out of 10, come back then, play a few holes with driver, iron play and pitching, then go back to your irons again. So you'd have a process for every range session, not just a rock up and hit as many balls as we can. So at least your practice has some sort of purpose, we say. So does that make sense? Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, the driver's great. I mean, what feels to you way left is actually dead straight, but it just shows the optical illusion, we said standing to the side of the golf ball, trying to aim with the club shaft there, shows how far off your alignment is. So when you're on the golf course there, always try and get in the habit of aligning up behind the golf ball and seeing, like I say, learn to switch on and switch off. When you're on the golf course, when you get to the golf ball, then you start concentrating about where you want to go, what club you're going to take, how far is the shot need to be hit, am I going to reach the green with this shot, am I going to play to the side, to the set, what am I going to do? So your thought process is always there before the shot's hit, then you step into the golf ball, go through the routine that you have now with the club, the grip, and then the feet, pull the trigger, hit it, see where it goes, club in the bag, and off you go, find the next one, okay? So that's kind of the process you've got to try and get into doing, okay? Rather than like whack, 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 hitting that way. Okay, mate?
Yeah.
Good stuff.